As always, what it do, the Goats Podcast. Just vibe out. It has been a couple months, man. I'm glad we're back. Unfortunately, we are missing two of our cast members today, George and Sophie. Both are a little bit under the weather, but Dave's going to fill in for us. So shout out to Dave. The man does it all. And yeah, we have a special guest today. Mrs. Kristin Zuller.
Yes.
Zuller, got it right. Mm-hmm. Instagram handle. We were six.
We were six.
We were six. Is there a reason? Is there like a thing behind it? We'll get into it. But yeah, first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. You've been one of my favorite creatives in the city, for sure. So
mine too, I would have to say. For real.
Thank you so much, y'all.
Yeah, you be putting in that work. So yeah, I'm trying to think. How did we meet?
I recall the first time we met was at Rivertown. Remember? There was
yeah.
Rivertown Mall.
What was the organization? Art Exchange.
Art Exchange.
Yep. They were doing so Art Exchange was a local like artist organization, kind of helping artists and helping them kind of get opportunities to sell work, do exhibitions, those type of things. So that's actually, we were kind of scouting out for an exhibition that was going to be happening at Rivertown, and that's where we first met.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Dang, that's crazy. That was like, it feels like yesterday, but it's like years ago.
It was like almost 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2021, 2020-ish, something like that.
And I remember we had the same watch.
We did.
Which
Still
whenever
do.
I meet people with these watches, I'm like, I love it.
Right.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's what, Casio? Mm-hmm. Simple
the
little
vintage Casio.
Yeah, a little simple spadash.
The reason why I won't get an Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
I don't even know what it's called.
I mean, you almost said iWatch, but it sounds like a real thing.
Right. Yeah, I had one, and I was like, too many notifications.
Oh, you had one?
Yeah, I had one. I was like, nah, this is too much.
Yeah, I got one so I get rid of my phone. So I leave my phone at the house, and I'll go out and live my life.
Right. But it still be connected, though, right?
So I'll get I can get text messages and stuff, but for the most part, it's off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of still difficult to try to respond. On
Yeah.
On the Apple Watch too. So
it takes extra work.
The voice to text, that's usually what I do.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to get into your story, kind of how you got into everything that you do.
Okay.
And first off, so we got illustrator, muralist, graphic designer. Am I missing anything categorical wise?
Really.
Okay.
Well, UX designer.
UX designer, which is, for the people that don't know,
user experience designer.
Okay.
Is what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've said this over and over again, so it's hard to explain. So basically what I do, there's different specializations that it could be. You could categorize user experience, like somebody who just focuses on sounds that things make when you click on them. But I do everything, so it's it's called UX generalist.
Okay.
Basically, I'm helping think about how to design websites, web pages, functions, so that it's really easy for the user.
Okay. So is that websites? Or
this is with a contract with the Department of Defense.
Oh
Wow.
It's funny because I was like, please name drop. I like people to give their.
Yep.
Because we're here to give you your flowers, but we want you also to look.
Yeah.
It's okay to flex out here. So
Okay.
Department of Defense, obviously.
Yes.
Any other organizations? I know Festival of the Arts. You did their cover a couple years ago.
I did a poster for the Festival of the Arts, which is a local arts festival.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've been around since
forever,
80, 79,
something like that.
Yeah.
older.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was awesome. I really love the work that I did for them.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things that I've done.
It was just one poster or was it a series?
It was just one for that year.
Okay.
For 2021. And yeah, I have it hanging up at my house. I love it. I look at it a lot. So.
Yeah, it's
like one of those pieces that I'm like, it's my baby.
Yeah.
Right. Any other organizations you want to name
over the years? Well, when I was I worked for a company called Vaudeville for about 16 years.
Wow.
Total. I left after like right before my 10 and was like, oh, I'm just going to quit my job and be an artist with no plan. I failed. I didn't ask to go back, but they asked me to come back right when I was like, okay, you're gonna have to do something like, it's not working out. You tried it, it's not working out. And so I did end up going back. I started in a different position. So just to kind of give context, I started as a production artist with the company. And that's basically somebody who prepares the technical files for like when something's going to be printed or made into a lapel pin. So I got to work with so many different materials and like seeing what that artwork looks like.
Right.
So it was artwork that was like with dimensions, or it would have like measurements on it, or Pantone colors. So yeah, that was really great to have that experience. And then I moved into like a design position, but it took forever. It was like, oh, you don't have a degree. So at the time, whoever was in charge of that design department really wanted somebody with a degree. She was like,
that's interesting.
So when she left, after she left the company, her whoever replaced her name was Laura Cherry. She's an amazing designer and leader. She became my supervisor. She hired me, and like it took off from there, because then I was able to say, like, I have talent, and they could see that. And then it was like, we want you to do everything. So
that's dope.
Yeah, there's a lot. I learned a lot with that company. Print, like production art, like I said, I was able to see like the printing process. They would send me off to like go on press checks and seeing like the machines that make the catalog or the whatever. That was like, wow.
It's an amazing process.
Amazing,
it's really
but
cool.
it's also like,
this
takes so many people and so much machines and so many machines and like processes. So yeah, it was cool.
That's dope. Dope. So yeah, take us back to like, how did you get into creating in general, any one of those, the creative arts that you're in?
So I've always been an artist, I guess, from just since I can remember. My mom was super supportive of me being creative. So I think as a young person, it was just drawing and doodling and being good in art class in school. But like the art that I was actually really interested in was dance. So I was dancing from like 6 to 16.
Okay.
And then I think how I got involved in this career as an artist now is like, so I was going to go to art school. I had applied and got accepted to some college in Chicago. I forget the name. It wasn't like a well-known college.
Got you.
So I was 18. I ended up getting pregnant with my son. So I decided I'm not going to go to college. I'm going to raise him. But every job that I get, I want it to be artistic or have some type of connection to it. So my first job was at Meyer 1 Hour Photo, like, developing film and like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a design job, but that was like the beginning.
Yeah.
And I got to see a lot of stuff. Like the police developed their photos there.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Yeah, that was bizarre to me.
That's interesting.
So like you've seen some crazy stuff.
Really sensitive material.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that was Paul Collins' wife used to come in. And actually I saw her the other day and like told her about the story. But I was 18. She would come in with his work and she would ask to have copies made. And she's like, here, you can have a couple. So I still have like prints.
That's awesome.
Photocopy, color copies. And I told him that yesterday. I got to tell him that. Dope. So that was cool.
Yeah, I actually bought a piece of his 2 years ago.
Oh,
something
nice.
like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta have one of these.
Yeah,
for
I was
sure.
starstruck for sure. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, we saw him at, I was out to breakfast with a friend at Gaia House. Him and his wife and kids showed up, so it was cool. He came up and talked.
Yeah.
He was like dancing when he walked in to the music. Like he's 87.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's
the
so
short time
cool.
I got to spend with him, yeah, super dope.
Yeah. So I just got jobs like that, and then I ended up having my son, and that's when I met my daughter's father, and we ended up having 2 girls together. And so for a long time, I was just a mom and a wife, and we ended up getting married. But I worked at that company that I was at for 16 years, so that's kind of when that started. And I started off as a production artist, which is like the lowest. It seems like it's the lowest. Like they kind of like salary wise, it's the lowest. But it's so hard, and like there's so many technical things you have to know.
That's usually how it goes, though.
And it's so important. Like
interesting.
nothing gets made without that part of the piece of the puzzle. So
Right. So it's that's just
so
it's-
backwards.
Yeah, it's like teachers. Like, come on now,
Right.
Yeah.
they're so vital to the future
Yeah.
in general, but they don't get paid as much as they should.
Yeah.
So was there anything in between those periods until you got into UX design, or?
Oh yeah, UX is new.
Yeah.
I've only been doing that for 3 years. So I did all of the, production art and then the graphic design, catalog design. I even did like set design when we'd shoot product, which was really cool.
Ooh, you still do it?
I know, but I loved it. Right across where's DVD?
Okay.
Dean Vendis Photography. Yeah, we used to use that studio to do the shoots. He was our photographer.
Got you.
And so then I ended up getting an offer from a company called LaFleur Marketing, smaller agency.
I know about them. Yep.
The vice president, I don't know if she's still there. I think she is, Fallon. She reached out to me. She actually worked with me at Vaudeville for like 10 years, so we knew each other. She was like, hey, we need a designer. So everything that I wanted for Vaudeville to offer me, they were offering me, which was remote work, work from home whenever. They had brought their dogs in, which is so cool.
Oh, wow.
And it was just smaller.
Yeah.
So, and the pay was like way better. So I left
Turn up.
again. And yeah, it was great. It was like the dream job. And while I was there, they were in the middle of relocating to a really nice spot that was like brand new. But like 6 months into it, they couldn't retain me. They didn't have enough coming in to keep me. And so they felt really bad because she like handpicked me.
Right.
Like went after me. And so they were really helpful though with the process of like letting me go. They gave me so many resources and connections.
That's
They
amazing.
even let me use equipment for like 3 months.
Wow.
So that was good looking.
Other
on their
companies
part.
take note.
Yes.
Yeah.
In general.
And I was able to keep my insurance for a while. So yeah, good things. But then I got connected with, then I was like, okay, well, I'll just freelance for a little bit. And this is like the end of 2019.
Okay.
When did COVID start? 2020, right?
Yeah, it's about 2020. Yeah.
Okay,
March-ish,
so
yeah.
it was like the August of 2019, and I got connected with this. It's kind of like a middleman creative company, Creative Circle. Have you heard of them?
No.
Say that again?
Creative Circle. That's the
Creative
name of it?
Circle.
Yes.
No.
Actually, I
So I
have.
think they're all over. I
Okay.
think they've got a location in Detroit and one in California. But basically, you sign up with them, they help you find work.
Okay.
And so that I got connected with them, worked with a lot of different people. But one company in particular, Tilt in Detroit, they're an agency.
Okay.
They sought me out to do it was called a situation report. And
Okay.
it was like this
Sounds
50-page.
Yeah.
It was very serious. It was for Nemours Children's Hospital. And yeah, I just got connected with all these projects with them and ended up doing like stuff I'd never done before, like TV segments, like 60 seconds, 30 seconds, like come up with the concept for us. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. They were like, oh, well, we just want you to,
be creative. And
they didn't care that I didn't know. They were just like, we just want to know what you think. And then they kept coming back and we worked together multiple times. So like John Hopkins was another big one. When COVID was happening, they did this big, like, because I think they created the COVID counter.
Okay.
That counts like how many people have COVID worldwide.
Gotcha.
And so, they hired Tilt to do some marketing stuff for them. But yeah, so then UX started. So a friend of mine, and this is like, so then I just decided like, this is working out.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm making more money. Like,
Yeah.
It's fun. I can do it from home. Like
Right,
I was
right.
like, my dreams are coming true.
Right.
And they really were. Because I used to make jokes when I worked for vaudeville because I liked it there. It was good, but like it was a 9 to 5. The environment wasn't always the best mentally, mental health wise. And so I would say stuff like, I wish I could just, just work at home all day.
All right.
And then like that stuff started to happen. And I'm like, I used to joke about that.
Right. But then COVID.
And then
Yeah,
COVID happened.
literally, yeah.
And it was a game changer because then everybody was getting a lot of people were getting those opportunities. But a friend of mine reached out to me. So he was in the Marines. He got out of the Marines, and him and his friend started a tech company called Eminent. They changed the name to Eminent Future. I believe that's the new name now, which is who I work for with the Department of Defense.
Gotcha. Dope.
And so him and his buddy started this tech company. It was like doing really well, like multi-million-dollar within 5 years.
Wow.
And they got these huge government contracts because they were connected already, And so he's up here for like, so it was in the White House for a little bit. And he's up visiting because he's from here, Grand Rapids, like,
Dope.
inner city 49507.
Hey.
And he was like, hey, I think you'd be good at this. And I'm like, at the time, I've only worked with UX designers.
Right.
I didn't even know what they did, to be honest. I was like, I need to research.
Right. Like, what
And I'm like,
this?
why does he think I'd be good at this? But then when I started to like look into it, I'm like, oh yeah, this kind of reminds me of production art. Like it's the foundation of actually like the beginning and the end. So a year passed and I was like not even thinking about it anymore. And he came back up to visit family and he's like, I'm here in town. And we met at my house and he's like, I put you in the contract and it starts in September. It was like July.
Wow.
I'm like,
Just
what?
so you know.
And he's like, you can just tell me, how much you want to get paid and then we'll just lock it in.
Oh,
and I was like,
really?
what?
That's amazing.
That's all you had to
Again, something I used to joke about.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make a whole bunch of money, but not do that much work.
say. Man, say
Not that I'm
again.
not doing work. but
Right,
It's
yeah.
just,
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
you joke
Absolutely.
around.
Yeah.
And you find out. And so, yeah, that's what happened. And I started and like, I didn't know what I was doing. And they were just like, it's okay. You're going to figure it out. I know you've got this. And so I did a Google certification. Google has a UX certification program. So I did that and I'm still, and I had mentors. I have to call them out because they were huge. Kevin White with, oh goodness, what is Echo Studios, spelled EKKO.
Okay.
I saw him, he was on a webinar I attended when I was going through my training. And all of the training is like me finding things to learn. Nobody is like, we want you to,
Right.
you got to
It's a
do
formal
this.
class,
It's just like tutorials and like me trying to figure it out.
YouTube
But they were
University.
expert UXers. So
Right.
it was with Little Space Studios. I think they work in there from that studio.
Probably, yeah. Because I know they have like people who work out of there. Yeah.
Him and Heather, those were my two mentors. And I would just be like, this is what I've got. This is what's going on. What do I do? And they would kind of just walk me through it. But a lot of it I realized was like, it's exploratory and it grows and changes so much that there's no one right answer, which for me, it's like, okay, There's got to be something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so, yeah. So
I can see how that could be like kind of frustrating. At the
So
same time.
yeah, and they reassured me that the sense of really not knowing what you're doing is like always going to be with you. So I still kind of feel like that. I'm still learning, but yeah, that's how I got into it. And they signed another contract, so I think we're on for another 5 years.
Dope.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So like altogether, about a year or so into UX.
3 years.
3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
awesome. Yeah, I someone had introduced me into UX design. Nika, RIP.
Yeah.
She was trying to get me to work for a company that needed a UX designer, and I was like, I have no idea anything about this. And so she was like, do your research, and I did the same thing, looking up on things online. I never really pulled the plug and do like a course or anything, but like I keep thinking about that. Should I ever got into UX? Because I keep hearing about it.
You totally could do it. I think
Never too late.
a lot of people can do it. I think yeah. I don't think you have to be experienced with design. It helps, but a lot of it is like psychological, you know, thinking about people's behavior
Right.
online.
Which makes a lot of sense, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're creating an experience for people to enjoy or whatever it
Yeah.
is, and it's like, okay, well, if we know what they want, then we can kind of
And who they are. Like,
Right.
are they, you know, the demographic is a big thing.
all those things for sure.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the things that were like difficult for you throughout that experience? I mean, just in terms of like from when you started doing just creative things in general to kind of where you are at this point right now.
I think it's difficult still for me to do my own art. Because I did art for vaudeville for so long, and there was like, okay, here's your,
To-do list or whatever it
or
is.
your what is it
Assignment.
called? A brief. I'm
right,
forgetting.
right.
Yeah.
No.
Here's your brief. This is what we're doing. This is the target, and it was all there for me. And then I was just doing artwork for them. And then when I left, I'm like, well, what do I want to do for me? Like, I don't even know yet what that is. I'm still searching for that.
Right.
So with the illustration, that was kind of like the beginning. So I didn't start illustrating like digitally until that time. So it's been about 3 years for that too.
And how many murals have you done?
Murals, I've done 5.
5.
Yeah, 2 with Gazelle Sports, 2 with Condado, and 1 with the 49507 project.
Yeah, that I remember. I think one of them you did for Gazelle that I saw. It was like a girl running.
Yeah, that's the one downtown.
Yeah, that one's
Yep.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, you came to that little
the
opening.
opening. Yeah, that was fire.
Like you ever see somebody? Because I always been a fan of your work. Because I feel like we're internet friends before I actually got to meet you for a
Yeah.
long time. So every time I see you post up, like yes. I'll just be like happy every time I
Aw,
like,
thank
see
you.
you grow and do all that stuff.
Yeah, I've been chilling on this posting.
Hey,
I posted for the first time in
Yeah, I saw
almost a
that.
year. I do stories, but I don't know. I just got in a rut with making things. And Octavia,
like for yourself in
for
general.
myself
Okay.
in general, just even with mural work, I've been turning things down because like it's not coming to me. It's not feeling like an alignment.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
So-
work to do.
Yeah, it's so much work. I did. I was contracted to be a liaison, so a person who helps the muralists like get their supplies and all that.
Right.
And it's just like I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
Like at the end, especially like stopping at the site to see how they're doing, and they're just like exhausted. And I'm like, yeah, it's the end, and it's almost time. So,
Yeah.
Right.
but yeah, it's physical too. Like it's
Yeah,
very physical work.
Definitely. That's what I've heard for sure.
Yeah. But what was the question? Did I veer off?
The question was, I mean, you were kind of going into how you feel uninspired. So it seemed like they were trying to
Yeah.
get into. So is there anything that you're doing currently now to kind of get back into yourself?
Yes. So I brought up Octavia. That's what I was going to
Yep,
say.
yep. Shout out to
Octavia
Octavia.
is an artist, a local artist, an amazing artist. And she posted this book called, I can't remember the name of it. It's to help you get inspired by mark making. You don't have to be an artist. But
Okay.
the
Look it up right
author basically exploring and expressing her process and how she like just gets out of her feelings and like
I know there's a book
does
called
body maps.
The Artist's Way. That's
Yeah,
one.
that's another one where
Yeah.
you're doing the free writing. I've tried that, couldn't stick with the
couldn't
free
stick with it.
writing.
Yeah.
I can do voice record though. Like I do that a lot just to like get things out. But yeah, I've been really enjoying doing like the body map, which is basically drawing an outline of my body and then like writing down what I'm feeling in certain parts, whether it's a physical feeling,
That's interesting.
emotional feeling. A lot of times I feel really tight right here for like a while now. So always on my body map is like tight throat.
Right. That's interesting. I've never heard.
Yeah,
that.
I would love to. Whenever
Sounds
something
like
very
very therapeutic.
Dang,
like,
I wish I would have. Yeah, I could have dropped the name of the book. I can't remember.
If you remember later, let us know for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I'm a very visual person, so I feel like that'll
Yeah,
be easy.
I've been sharing that with people.
do you know if she
and I've
posted it
liked
on
it.
her stories or was it on the?
I think it was her stories.
Okay, I'll probably check and find out. But
Okay.
yeah,
But yeah, really cool book. I've been using that a lot. Because yeah, I've been in a rut where I haven't been feeling like actually doing, or I'll get the feeling, but I'm not doing it. I'm not expressing it. It's not coming out of me.
like in
So-
a creative sense,
Right.
Got you.
Yeah, it's just I got all these ideas and building up all these ideas. I have so many things I've
Tell me about.
written down or recorded and like, yeah.
Do you have like a notebook or like you do everything in your phone? Like how do
I
you
do a
record
lot of
ideas?
stuff in my phone with the notes app, and then I also do voice memos. And then what I do is, so I use the voice memos for a lot of things. I use it for dreams, like
Just
recording
kinda
my
flesh them
dreams
out.
after, like, because it's hard to get up and just start writing. So I'll just get my phone and I sound, sometimes I'm like, and I'm like, it's crazy.
Super
It
early in
sounds
the morning.
absolutely ridiculous. And then
Right.
later I'll listen and I'll be like, man, I don't even remember that now.
Mm.
So I'm glad that I got it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I use it for dreams. I use it for ideas. I use it to vent to
Mm-hmm.
myself, frustrations and updates. Like I'll be like, oh, I haven't done a life update.
Right,
That
right.
nobody's gonna hear but me.
Right.
Got any frustrations you want to share?
Yeah, a little bit frustrated with. I'm trying to think. What do I want to talk about that other people are gonna hear?
No, I mean, what it just came to mind. It's like whatever it can be, whatever is coming to mind. But
Lately, the frustration for me is parenting stuff. My kids are not kids anymore; they're adults.
that's true.
And so
That's
this
true.
is uncharted territory for me.
Right.
I'm used to like the babies, like the elementary school little babies, but like having adult children.
What are their ages
And-
now?
They are 22, 21,
Oh, grown.
and 19.
Ooh, yeah.
And so it's just like me hoping that I've given them the tools so that they can be out here in the world. So I wouldn't say so much frustrated as like, am I doing it right?
Right.
Like,
It's a lot.
Scared, nervous.
yeah, hoping
Yeah.
that they'll be okay, hoping that they won't live with me forever.
The
But
economy
also
right now.
like not wanting to like be like, you need to, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like I want to be supportive.
Yeah,
and-
Right.
There's that tension for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
but and also trying not to compare my 18-year-old life to theirs because totally different. I had a kid,
Right.
like
Yeah, for sure.
so
So I'm glad you actually said that because I wanted to ask, like, how does being a mother, being a parent, affect your creativity, or just like how does like in any way, shape, or form? Obviously, I know your son is a photographer, doing his thing. So like, how does how has that affected you in in any way?
I love that he's creative. Whatever they decide to do is fine. But it's really cool because our worlds kind of merge
Right,
together.
right.
So he's working with people I've worked with before, or we know, people in the art community. And then my youngest daughter is also an artist. She helped me with a couple of the murals,
Okay.
which was huge. The biggest one really She was a huge help because she already knows what to do. I don't need to tell her.
Right.
She's, and then my middle daughter, she claims she's not an artist, but lately, for the last 3 weeks, she's been sending us in the group chat these little doodles she's doing on her lunch break. And they're really good.
Right.
Like, really good.
It's starting.
And I'm like, girl, stop. Because you knew this the whole time.
Yeah.
Probably. So, yeah, it's cool. Like, they all have their different creativity. And did I answer the question?
Yeah.
How does it? Yeah. It's great. Like, Kobe probably knows more now about Photoshop photography stuff than I would know. And at a certain point, I was teaching him, whereas now he probably would be like, "Well, this is how you do this." And
Right. Shoot,
so
probably
all
more
these
than me.
precepts. And
Because
So-
Photoshop is a whole nother thing.
And I think he uses a video editing app, Adobe. I forget what it's called.
Premiere.
After Effects.
After Effects is one
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. So I don't even, I've never used After Effects. So yeah, it's really cool to see all of them and their different types of creativity.
Can we see a family project one day?
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
I would love that. We do have little times where we'll go out and Kobe will shoot us, but he's never in them. So,
Hey. Yeah.
and he's got so many good images, and I'm like,
He does amazing work. I remember
can you
meeting
just send
him.
me some? I want to do like we have, when you walk into our house, there's like this wall and it goes up to the second floor. I want to put like all of his work there.
Right.
And I want it to be like family and friends. So
Yeah, dope.
that's an idea that I have, that, and just one of many
For sure.
ideas. But yeah, I love that they've got their own creative things that they're doing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do they ever, because I know you kind of talked about, you're in this place where you're having a hard time figuring out what you want to do for yourself creatively. Do your children at all help you, inspire you to try to figure that out?
Not directly. I don't think they're like sitting down with me and giving me ideas,
Get it
but
together, Mom.
but definitely, I think it's hard for me not to think of them being a part of anything I do, because I mean, they've been with me for so long.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to be like, oh, I'm doing this thing, and they're always so hyping me up. Like, they're huge, like, cheerleaders for me. And when I told him I was coming to do the podcast, Kobe was like, with Alfield? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, Mom. Hyping me up.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So how does, I guess, the art that you created in the past, the ones that you might, will create in the future. But I guess in general, like, one, what is kind of your goal in terms of when we're talking about like some of the personal projects that you've done? What are you trying to say, if anything? And then I guess also, how does your art kind of reflect who you are as a person?
What am I trying to say? I think I'm still trying to figure that out, because I feel like there's so much I haven't done with my own art that I see in my head, or I've got like art that I've never shown anybody.
Right.
I've been working on some stuff that looks like nothing I've ever done before within the last month, which is like, because I haven't been doing anything really. I've been in that rut, but that book really helps me come out of that rut.
Right.
And so I think I'm still trying to figure out what to say with the art.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's very much like an intuitive, like, ooh, I feel like doing this thing, and then it comes out. So I'm not making anything planned yet, where I have like, oh, I want to say this thing, and this is how how I'm gonna visually express it.
Right.
So what I've been doing is these just black and white line work. It looks like a maze. You have to look for the images. It's just a practice. I just was sitting down and I'm like, I feel like doing this.
Right.
So that's something I've been exploring. And then like looking back at it, like, what is that about?
Yeah.
Don't know.
So is it kind of like you kind of find the piece within it?
Yeah. So another example is this oil painting that I did, where I'm like, I just want to paint. I don't know what I'm going to paint.
Right, just
I don't have an idea.
get it on there.
Don't know the colors. And I would paint a little bit, step back, wait, and then now I see this body, and I'm like, oh, I could put a face there. Like that's an actual, whereas like that's not what it was. Yeah. So
Yeah. So, is there, I guess, in terms of like process wise, because we're talking about like, just painting for the sake of painting, and not even kind of having, has it been more rewarding to kind of go in with like, I'm just going to see what happens and go from there?
It is.
How so?
I think it's the pressure to like come up with an idea, isn't there? Which seems to be the biggest struggle for me with any project. Especially if there's no direction of like, oh, we just want you to do you
Right.
and freestyle.
Like,
and it's
okay.
like, oh no.
Right.
Y'all
Give
don't
me
know what you're
something.
doing. Because then there's so many things I think of. But yeah, like I think for me, I would like to collaborate with people more on the idea end of a project. And I think that working in corporate, that's what we did. And I really liked that.
Right.
Where it was like, once I got into that design position, we would have brainstorm sessions and like, it wasn't just one person's idea. So, yeah.
That collaborative, I love, for me personally, like the being able to, because even in photography, like it's literally like I need another person to make the art, you know what I'm saying? So
it is so much better to work with other people.
Absolutely. It just makes the experience much more fun. It makes you learn things from other people and how they do things in their process and those type of things. So, yeah, for sure. And then I guess also like how would you say your art reflects who you are?
I would say definitely I love drawing women. Like whenever I'm thinking about drawing a figure, it's it's always a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that, and thinking about that too, this has been a big year of me making friendships with women. Like I have a couple long time, like 20-year friendships with women.
Wow.
But I'm a small circle type of person. So like, yeah, I'm building relationships with women now, having new friendships. And I didn't think like about that as an older person. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm making new friends, and I'm 41.
Right.
And like,
Crazy.
I don't know why we think that you can't make friends when you're older. What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, I would think I would just have my set friends already at this age,
forever.
and I'd be good. And
not meet new people.
Right.
But yeah, some awesome friendships have
dope.
been created, and like, yeah, that inspires my work a lot, is women and being a woman, of course. And a lot of the new stuff that I haven't really shown anybody is really silly and like childish.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goofy, just ridiculous.
I mean,
in all the good ways.
Yeah.
like hearing you talk about your process, it's kind of making me envious in a way, is because it sounds like you're in this space where you're just doing.
I'm exploring.
And you're exploring. But that's what you do as a kid. Like when we just,
fun.
And it's so fun. And anytime that I start anything artistically, I pull up 120 references.
Me too.
And
so stressful.
And I'm putting all these things together. I'm trying to make it work. And yeah, just the idea of just putting paint to the wall and then like making it figure it out itself, I'm like, that terrifies me.
Yeah.
You know?
You should try it.
Yeah. What about it?
I don't know. It's because I get so, like I said, like we had this conversation a little bit before earlier. I get stuck in the details of anything that I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I'm over here, I'm trying to start working on someone's body or whatever. And then, I spend 3 hours on someone's ear because I just want the reflections of the light to look right. And then, by the time I get to other places, like everything else looks like a hot mess.
Yeah.
So it's like, just letting go of my perfectionism is just really hard.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had especially with me starting with production art, where you had to be perfect, and then carrying that over into like design, and it's so much faster paced.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, I get that a lot. Where I'm like, this doesn't need to be perfect right now, especially like in the stages of a process where it doesn't need to be perfect. You know that this is just the idea. I'll try to make that perfect.
Right.
And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I get that.
For sure. Dang it escaped me. I was about to ask. Okay, so like, what is of all the creative things that you do? Is there, not necessarily, I guess, a favorite, but one that maybe is more rewarding, or that you kind of enjoy more over the other, or
Yeah.
kind of?
Yeah. I really like murals and painting the murals.
That's
Not so
interesting.
much the part where we come up with the idea and we do all the graphic work on the computer, but just being at the wall painting, it's like time doesn't exist.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! So I'll call
Even
you
the
when I have to do my mural.
Even the
Right.
physical labor of it is rewarding to me. I like, like getting ready to go to do the mural was fun, like packing up. Well,
whole entire
at
process.
a site where I don't have to like load stuff back and forth to my
Yeah,
car,
right.
where I can keep it on site.
For sure.
Yeah. Setting up and like getting into it, and then like just playing the music or listening to the podcast while I'm doing the thing, or just being in silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like murals the most, I would
That's
say.
yeah. That's interesting.
And then like the second thing I think I would like the most is the production art, because I really liked it was like architecture, like blueprint. Like there were so many things that I had to know, and it was like a special skill that not many people knew.
So like this like exclusivity.
Yeah,
to
like
it.
how I had to prepare a file for it to be printed on a laser printer. I had to make strokes a certain weight for the laser to recognize it needs to cut something. Like all of these small little details,
And
and
not everybody like
yeah,
at all knows about
it
or
was
thinks
it was
about.
interesting to me.
Yeah,
So,
that's fascinating.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So in terms of like murals, is there like a part of that process that, like, is it easier to start in a certain area? Of course, based on the mural, but let's just say, for example, the one downtown at what's the running store?
Condado.
The running store.
Oh, Gazelle.
Yeah. Was there like a part of it that you kind of start first, or is it?
So what I learned, and I didn't know this, is that it's not like a rule. You don't have to do it,
Yeah.
but starting from the top, because paint drips down.
Yeah.
So if you start at the bottom and you've got it all nice, and then you get up to the top and then you drip down, I mean, you could probably fix it, but it's extra work.
Yeah.
So I think
that makes a lot of sense.
Technically, starting at the top is good, but sometimes I don't. I just don't go by
And
the
it works.
rules, and I say if I drip, I just got to be careful. If I drip, I drip. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Are there things that you can use to stop it, or does it not work that way?
To stop the dripping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a mistake. It's
Okay.
just the error. It's just like you're not
Gotcha.
paying attention. You got too much paint on the brush,
Gotcha.
and oops,
Yeah.
So
It happens.
it happens.
Now with your murals, do you? So I know there's a couple ways you can do it. Some people do the projection.
I
Or they
do.
tie. You do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure. I'm not a muralist or an artist in general that can, probably because I'm not practicing that regularly, I can't just look at something and say, okay, like that's how big that should be. That's where that should land.
It's
Like,
very hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like even with photorealistic drawing, which is like how I started like doing art when I was younger, I could look at something and draw, and that's how I realized I could draw. But like if I want it to be perfect, I'd probably have to do that in repetition for years before I could really like. Some
Get it.
people can just look at something and just sketch it out perfectly. Yeah, I have to like have a tracing or some type of outline, contours or something. But the projection is like, yeah,
Makes
it
it
has
much
to
easier.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's abstract and I'm just making shapes. But yeah, I need the projection.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
can
been
imagine it
interesting.
Make it much easier. The projection part. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so frustrating. Like, especially if your projector is not as good as it could be because it has to be dark unless you have like an $800 projector, which can project in the day.
Right.
So, safety at night in certain areas, the projecting was scary. I had to have somebody be with me.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. That's a lot. Shout out to all y'all artists.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's just so much.
For real.
So many things that one time I thought it would be cool to have like a muralist, a group of muralists who can come together and help new muralists, like, because there's so many things that I learned.
Education.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
How to,
Yeah.
I mean, that's that artist community thing is very important.
Muralist advocacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So, and I think you kind of talked a lot into it, but what's next for you, creatively wise, work wise? Like, what are you hoping or aiming or?
I think that I want to further my education in UX so that, just to have a bigger understanding. I would like to learn some development stuff too, because I think that could help with that. I work with a developer, but I don't exactly understand what he's doing. And so knowing that side of things would help me. But I feel like I would actually have to like, not just shadow somebody, but like do the work myself and like get educated on that. And then outside of that, I just really want to do my own art.
Right.
And I want to do some oil paintings.
Yeah, we want you to do your own art.
I want to do my own art. I want to do some oil paintings. I love oil. It's so smooth, and you can come back and add to it, and it still moves around. So I've been doing some of that at home. And yeah, I would like to explore that. I feel like I want to do some realistic oil paintings, like some people.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm available.
Yep. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be
Also teach me, because I'm trying to get into my physical.
I would like to learn for real. Like, I'm just playing around and I don't really know the technique.
Okay. I have a friend that does really good with oil paintings. Yeah. He's kind of new to the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure I have people I could connect with. There's so many artists I could connect with on that. Paul Collins,
right.
who I saw yesterday.
Man.
I was like, ooh, he's got my digits now. Maybe we can connect and I can go to his house and he can start, look, this is a dream.
Hey.
But I've said crazy things and they happen.
Hey.
So.
Right. You said a lot of maybes and then a lot of them happen.
It's all about hit that phone, see what happens.
So sweet.
So this next question I'm going to kind of preface, because this is something that I was thinking about. So the question is, I guess, what is the end game for you, if there is one? And I was driving, so I had a meeting with a creative agency like a couple weeks ago. My mentor had set it up, and I was just like thinking about like, what is the end game for me? So it's like, okay, obviously, like, I'm doing what I'm doing full time, which is amazing. So it kind of feels like that is the end game in a sense. Like, well, you're part of this. You've kind of reached to this certain point. So for me, it was like, okay, it's the journey in the sense of like, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is amazing. But there's still obviously things that I want to do. I want to have my own studio or work for this specific person or shoot this specific person, whatever it is. And it's kind of realizing that like, maybe the end game isn't necessarily stopping at a certain point or doing anything specifically. Yeah. And maybe it's just like, okay, continuing this journey of being an entrepreneur and doing it full time and seeing what happens within that. So yeah, my kind of question is like, for you, at the stage that you are right now, like, what is that? What does that look like for you?
I kind of agree with you. Like there's been so many just random things that have popped up. Unexpected, and putting me in positions or leading me to this project and that project, that it's like hard for me to pin down what would happen. I guess my hope would be for me to continue to just explore new things. I like exploring new things and not doing the same thing all the time, which is why I think the entrepreneurial life with the variety that it provides. And like, there's no going back for me. Like, I just love it so much.
Yeah.
That, and the magic that has just I've
Come up,
witnessed, it helps me to see like that it's just limitless, and that just things can happen that I wouldn't be able to plan. Like specific things, I definitely want to travel more. I haven't traveled overseas yet. I've traveled within the U.S. So I want to go to different places.
Top three.
Top three? Dang. I haven't thought about this yet.
Or just places that come to mind in general.
I want to visit Ghana, Cape Town.
Okay.
I would love to go to Australia, mostly because I love this podcast called Flex and Frooms. Flex and Frooms.
Flex and Frooms.
And two Australian ladies who I've been following for a really long time.
I'm just already hearing their
Specifically
accent.
Flex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to go to Australia.
That'd be
and
dope.
where else? I would love to visit like Iceland or something.
Iceland is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that would change my perspective on my art. And maybe that would be different or bring something different to it.
Definitely will inspire you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Dave?
Me?
Endgame.
Endgame. Shoot, there's so many things. So
Tell us all.
I'm the same way. Like, I feel like there's no going back to having a regular job. And every time I do it, like put an application in, I'm like, or they call me, I'm like, I'm not picking up.
Because I myself, I thought about it, I'm like, man, this month, I don't know, man.
It's looking dry. But I would say ultimately my end game would be, you know, I obviously want to have my own like kind of like production studio that I kind of, you know, kind of dip my toes in a lot of different things, whether it's helping artists, you know, visually or, you know, marketing wise and stuff like that. And then I have this dream when I'm like in my 40s and 50s to open like a dance club.
Dang, that was
Okay.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I really want to like do like dance battles and like different specific scene nights and stuff like that.
It's like each night would have like a different like theme
Yeah,
to it.
Okay. Okay,
like it's an
that's dope.
actual dance club. Like, and you gotta like come like fresh. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
People are there to dance.
yeah, like,
Dance off.
yeah.
Okay.
Dance off type of like, you know, Soul Train nights, all that stuff.
On the
Oh, that
dance
would be
note,
amazing.
what type of dance did you do?
So
as a
I
kid?
did ballet was my main one, but I did
Okay.
just tap, jazz, and ballet.
Okay.
But I was like a soloist ballerina. I wanted to be a ballerina. Like I wanted to go to New York and all of that. And then I started getting into boys when I was like,
Boys.
and then like at 16, I was like not interested in dance because
Boys.
interested in boys. So,
Well,
nah.
shout out to
Shout out to the boys.
the boys.
I was, when you said that, the studio, I would love to have my own studio. I got into a studio space, have not been there but to drop off one box. And every time I see all of the stuff at the bottom of my landing to like be brought out into my car to go to the space, there's this gut feeling of like,
Right.
like I need my own where I can like shut the door and nobody else is around. And this is more of like a collaborative space.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to have to change my plans with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because my plan was to like start going to the studio, doing my own art, painting, and like haven't been feeling that that's the space for me. So,
Got you.
but yeah, I would love to have a studio, like a big studio with like tables, all of the tools, and you know, yeah,
Your creative space is so important.
yeah,
Like even with this building, like all the rooms in here, like I try to make sure that like all these spaces feel a certain type of way.
yeah.
And so like having my own studio, I think would just be amazing. And you know, and just also not having to pay anybody for anything. Like just like I got it all.
say
It's
that
all here. It's all here. So yeah.
Definitely say that again.
Yeah. The end game is just having the studio right? And and so I can have the independence to work on the projects that I want to do.
Right.
And then the dance club, like I really want that to be like
that'd be dope.
That's not Grand Rapids doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
man, so
I'm just thinking like that's
So cool.
literally the first thing that came to mind. I'm just thinking like theme nights where people come and dress up in certain,
that would be so
We
fun.
need something like that here. We don't. Our dance scene is so fucking dead. It pisses me off.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
I got super shy about dancing though. Like it's weird because I danced for a long time, but like, I need to be real comfortable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tipsy.
I mean, I
And I
feel
don't like
you.
to drink, so
Or both.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a nervous dancer too. Like break dancing, it's all about like getting in the group, but I'm always scared to to be honest.
To like jump in.
So like I've gotten better with jumping in, but going to like competitions now, like competitions is my new fear. Because when we're all at the studio and everyone's going in and you go to different places, like a lot of times big boys will go to different cities and go to different spots. And like everybody, once you realize everybody thinks they're everybody thinks they suck. And we're all just working on
Isn't
it
that
together.
interesting though?
Right.
That's so crazy.
And it's like, okay, we're all just working out and then we're all just hyping each other up. So
it's like you know you dope. You know you dope. You know you dope.
Right.
Internally it's like
Nah.
really. I ain't that good.
But when it comes to battles and doing like live performances, that's where I'm just like, yeah.
Same thing with me in live art. I don't like to do live art because I'm so slow. It's never going to get finished. They're not going to see the finished piece there. So I've been turning those down.
Right. Yeah, because I always wonder, like, do people? I would assume that you would have like some kind of thing in mind, especially if there's a theme for the event and those type of things. But
yeah.
I wonder, just kind of go in and be like, I'm just going to freestyle it to see what
Some
happens.
people can do that though.
Yeah. They amaze me when they do.
It's so dope.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, kind of the last couple questions that I kind of want to put for everybody. And this one specifically comes from. Cause I love to have like my questions kind of come just from like things that I've experienced myself.
Yeah.
In life. So to kind of preface, so I had a opportunity to get basically a coffee table book done of like some of my work.
Awesome.
Somebody reached out to me that I knew. I work for this publishing company, yada yada yada. Long story short, it didn't necessarily happen. And in the process of them like giving feedback of like why it didn't happen specifically, it was basically like I wasn't popular enough in a sense.
What?
And I understood it from the standpoint of numbers, right? So it's like, okay, you're a publisher, you need to sell books. There needs to be a return on your investment in some sort.
Gotcha.
And so I'm thinking about it from the standpoint of like, okay, followers, all these different things that, I would think comes into play to various different things. So I was just thinking about it in the sense of like, what happens when like the work isn't enough, right? Like what happens when there's other factors that really have nothing to do with how good your art is, that affects, whatever it is, a book being published or opportunities or whatever it is. So yeah, I just want to kind of put that question out there. Like if you guys had experiences with that specifically. And then, just your thoughts.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind for me personally when like in production, when it comes to like video production, you could have a great talented team of people. Right, you could have the best lighting guys, you can have the best director, you can have the best sound people, but if your pre-production team, like the storyline, the script, all those things don't align, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It could look so good. It can sound so good.
The cameras are all those.
Yeah, all that stuff. But like when you try to put something together that wasn't planned beforehand properly, if it didn't have the story wasn't there, the characters weren't there, it's like almost impossible to put something together compelling. And I've been in multiple situations where people try to get me to edit something or help put something together, or I've been a part of the process of something, and it's frustrating working or trying to get it done,
Right.
or trying to make something seem like it, to make something appealing or know that it's going to be successful, knowing that it was conceived off of basically a poor foundation.
Right. Okay.
So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah. And even just thinking back to, everything I said, so I do want to like say, like, I think for me, obviously, I was definitely disappointed, of course, not the opportunity not happening, but it really made me think about how, like, this just happens in general. Like, there's a lot of things that, you don't have control over. And you can be, as great as you are or create art that's amazing. And there will be certain things that you really can't control. So for me, it was kind of funny because it's like, you have people come up to you like, oh man, you're amazing, you're like popular, yada yada yada. And it's like, well, technically, not really, because it's like, okay, I get it. Like, I know people that I'm like, okay, this person has like 10, 15, 20,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm like, if they were to put a book out, it would probably be easy for them to do because, okay, you have these numbers,
right,
per se, and that's obviously social media in general, but in terms of large scale, nationwide, whatever it is, like, it would make sense why that could be the case. And it also made me think about, like, well, dang, should I start doing like videos now to go viral?
Go extra
so you know what I'm saying? Like, start doing these
but
other
really
things
don't want to.
Right. So start like doing things that may not necessarily be in who I am, for the sake of maybe getting this opportunity, or making this, this thing happen. So just kind of thinking about, those things, and how, like, sometimes we allow these other, outside things just affect who we are, type of art that we create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, what comes to mind is like when you're collaborating with somebody and you're not on the same page, or like, for example, if it's my idea and this person is a support, but y'all aren't
just not there.
And it's not a personal thing. It's not like I don't like you. It's like, no, we're just not getting it. You're not getting it. I'm not getting it. And I think it doesn't, like you said, it's like, it doesn't matter how good of an artist or how talented or like the technique I have or whatever. If, I think I felt like that during a time like that. That was with the Grand Rapids, the airport. There was a RFP for
I remember that.
an installation, a hanging installation.
Okay, yeah.
And
wasn't there
I was
another
working
one for
with
something else, or was that just the one?
I think I know
that was the one you put me onto,
Okay.
and that's what I went
Okay.
for, was the installation.
Okay.
But I had never done installation work before.
Gotcha.
So my idea was this big idea, and I had it in my mind, but like how to actually make it with materials, and the process of like explaining my artistic vision to somebody who was the resource person who would be able to acquire the materials and like and it's just, there's so much learning that happened. It wasn't a bad experience. It was just like
So was it like a disconnect?
It was a disconnect, but also a timing thing. Like you start to realize that it's out of alignment, and so you can't keep pushing something that's out of alignment.
Absolutely.
That doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Absolutely.
And you have to come to a point where you're like, okay, I have to make a decision on what to do. And so, yeah, I've definitely experienced like not feeling like the work was good enough, or I don't know how to communicate or bring this to actually be a thing with the resources I have.
It's
did that answer the question?
Yeah, definitely. Just it's and I also wonder like how many other artists have experienced that, but it also made me think about like why, just like the business, right? There's the business of whatever we do, what we do specifically of art. and just thinking about people that I know that like they just want to create. They don't want to have to deal with the
That's me.
invoices, the contracts, the people and their ideas, and you trying to make it, make it happen. And like I get it, I totally understand. I'm like, okay, I just want to create, and I don't want to have to worry about those things. But I think I also really understand how like the business aspect can, mess with you. It can affect you in various different ways, and things of that nature. But
yeah, I would say that's my struggle has been with business. It still is.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it still is hard for me to do the business things that I need to do, take care of the taxes and the things and all of the stuff. Right. Oh my gosh. So I just want to create stuff.
Man, for real.
Why do we have to pay taxes? What?
Hey, that's a very good question.
Sure.
Taxes on taxes on taxes.
Man. So yeah, my last question, and this was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about like what makes a piece better, or what makes something like better than the other thing in terms of like your own art, right? Like looking back at some of my old work and looking at some of my work now, like, yeah, I could probably say maybe there's a technicalness of it that's better, but some of it is like, okay, well, the storyline here, or the story that I was telling, still resonates, to this day. So I guess in terms of like your own experiences, with creating your own art, like how have you, I guess, dealt with creating art that you feel like is better than the one that you did before? Does it matter if it is better? And all those kind of things that kind of go into that.
Yeah. So I definitely have certain pieces where I'm like, this is good, and all of the things feel good to me that I'm seeing in it. And then other times I'm like, for example, the 49507 Project Mural was my first mural, and I can tell the difference definitely as I progress. Like,
and that mug was amazing.
I mean, it's huge,
right? It's huge.
But in my own like feelings about it, it's not that good now to me.
And is that because
I felt like I got better technically.
Right.
But there's definitely things that I've done in the past where I'm like, man, that was really good. And it came from just really easy. It came to you really easy.
Yeah.
Like when something comes easy, that feels really good to me.
Yeah. Hell yeah, for sure. It's like, I ain't got to put that much work.
So I did this commission for the Gilmore International Piano Festival about 2 years ago. And it was for their yearly festival. And they wanted this piano, this specific kind of piano. I can't remember what it was called. So I did all my research. Like you said, you pull up all the pictures, you do all this research to try to like get inspired.
Yep.
And I went through all of these renditions, like 3 different concepts over like a month with who I was working with. And then one day I was like looking at the stuff, and like it was in review with them at the time. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, I just feel like I just need to do this like really abstract, like, you know how you see people who draw one line and it doesn't end, it just stays connected throughout the piece. So I was like, I'm just going to do that, which was completely different than anything I had showed them. Everything else was like fully illustrated, full color, lots of time and effort. And I did this thing in 15 minutes and I was like, this is it.
That's the one.
And so I sent it off to the creative director, who was like the middle in between me and the Gilmore people. And that's what they chose. They ended up choosing it, and it's one of my favorite. I haven't even posted this. Like, nobody's seen it. I should post it. But I have like merch and like print, and they did a pin, and like it was just really cool. So yeah, as far as things being better, I don't think it matters to me anymore, because I know that everything that comes out of me isn't going to be the best.
Did it matter?
Depending on how I'm feeling.
Did it matter at one time?
Oops, sorry. Did it matter at one time? Yeah, I think I really liked that level of like skill, like especially being around and designers in when I worked corporate and seeing how good they were.
Right.
Like, I want to get to that point and like checking all the boxes, like composition, color, like all of that stuff. And yeah, I think that did matter back then, and I wanted to do really good work. But now it's like, it might not come out like that.
What would you say? Is there anything you say that kind of changed throughout that?
Yeah, like not being so hard on myself. Yeah.
Major key.
Yeah, not being so hard on myself, because artists do a lot of stuff that's not good. They just don't show people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like literally
Ugly.
Boom, boom, boom.
90%
Dusty.
in the trash.
To all the artists out there, y'all should show your process from your bad work to your good work, because I think that would be very encouraging to people. Because oftentimes we see, oh my gosh, you did that, you did this, and it's like, well, if I show you the stuff that I did before this, you'd be like, So I think that's important to kind of have that process for people to be like, okay, well, yeah, we all make work that we just don't like, and then we make the work that we do.
Yep.
But before I get to you, what you said reminded me of one of my friends, Ryan Crowley, another artist, because he has spoken at the Gram. Shout out to Ryan. And he said, just because you can do something quickly doesn't mean it is less valuable. So it just reminded me of what you said. Like, okay, I made this in 15 minutes, and then they chose it, and it's like, well.
And I knew it was the one. They hadn't even seen it yet. I was like, they're going to choose this one.
Right.
It was just so simplistic and perfect, and like,
Yeah.
I'll have to post it.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd love to see what that looks like.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
To you.
So the question was, what determines what's better within my own work, right?
Yes. I guess, what do you determine is better in terms of your own work? Does it matter to you if, you've created work that is better if it is, and those type of things?
I would say, like, when it comes to when I was doing just like digital art, because I've mainly been doing digital art and animation for most of my life. So like, there's definitely like techniques and things that I like look back on. I'm like, all right, like I'm definitely better. And I was really hard on myself. But now that's not like my main work. I'm not as hard on myself as I used to, because I just do it when I want to, and I just kind of accept it for what it is. It's not like I'm just showing people. But when it comes to definitely like film and like advertising and stuff like that, there's a clear distinction of like what's better to me. And so like there's so many things that just go into creating a video, the feeling that, it's like how you want people to feel, how do you want people to interact, what do you want to do to engage people afterwards.
Right.
And so I've worked with just a lot of my work. I mean, my work is collaborative, right? So it's also me like getting feedback and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
There's something that came to my mind that I don't remember exactly what you said, but a lot of the times when it comes to my work, like it doesn't. I know I can't get past myself. So like my work only really feels perfect when I work through a group. So after its third or fourth draft or rendition, and people get their eyes on it, and people start showing me things I didn't see before, and by the time I'm like, okay, that's what I was trying to like. This feels right. This is great, because I know I can't get past my own
What
self.
a good feeling that is.
Yeah. So it's almost like they're the missing pieces.
They're the missing pieces.
Kinda, put the puzzle together.
And it's like I feel like I don't know I feel like I convinced myself for so long that I have to do everything by myself, no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Major key. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I think that's the thing, is like when because you're creating for what you want to create. And nothing is wrong with that, but it's like you forget that like there are other people that can help with the process in however way that looks like, whether that's ideas or, bouncing, can you, check a look at this and what do you think? What do you see? What do you, so having those different eyes is very important for sure.
Because like when I think about it sometimes, it's like, all right, say if I make a video and I show it to a group of people and I'm thinking like, okay, I worked hours and hours, they're gonna feel this way, and everybody feels completely different. And it's like, all right, I got a lot of work to do because I'm not getting the feel that I wanted, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would say, even though I would say in the sense for video work, like what determines what makes it better to me is the feedback that I'm getting.
Okay.
Yeah. Because art, it's like, whatever, I made it. You can feel however you feel. I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, it's so personal to the artist.
Right.
They're not really looking for whatever
Absolutely.
other people think. People are going to have opinions, but
always, as they say, there's a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And then kind of to wrap this up, so kind of in the same vein, like for yourself, how do you measure growth? Do you measure growth? Is there like, do you have like like I'm at this point, I feel like I've grown in a certain area, or I've done something that's, I feel like I'm growing. So just like, for you personally, is there, do you feel like, is there a measurement that you kind of have for yourself to kind of measure growth, or anything like that?
I don't.
And that's
a great question. I know people do. I know that the business sense would say we need metrics, we need data,
right.
data.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, today I feel like I'm great. Tomorrow I might not. And I think there's different sectors of growth. So like, I'm more patient now. I'm more understanding with myself. Not
as
so hard
person,
on myself as a person,
which kind of leaks into your
growth.
Yeah.
In a way. But like, as far as, am I popular? Do I have growth? And who, maybe a little bit more than when I wasn't doing this, but that's not really important to me. Like, growth in that sense, but just, it's constant. It's just constant, I guess, is what I can say, because I want to explore so much. But I don't have a metric where I'm like looking at my growth per se.
Would you say like some of your personal human growth has leaked into your creativity? And if so, how? Like if you say, oh, I'm becoming more understanding, I'm becoming more patient, like does that leak into your creative process of making?
Yeah. I think it's so many mixed emotions with that, because I feel like there's growth and then there's like the opposite. Yeah. Like
regression.
Which, so for me, it's not always growth. Sometimes it's sliding back or taking a seat and like chilling out from it, saying no a lot.
Yeah. That's important.
So, how does... Well, did I answer that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't a specific answer I was looking for. I was just throwing it out there. I've been thinking about it myself. Like, how do you, how do you measure, like your own personal work? Or even just like your career or your, at this point, it's just like, okay, I would say like, oh yeah, I'm doing these projects or I'm working with these certain people. And it's like, well, yeah, that's
absolutely.
Like the opportunities have increased. Which increases visibility, which increases all these other things, and obviously the work has to be good. But just thinking of like, am I getting better technically? Am I getting better as like a business person? So for me, it's been like, okay, getting a business mentor, getting these, having more people involved in my process, asking for help, different things of that nature, where it's like, okay, how am I, what are the goals that I'm trying to reach, whether it be financially, whether it be artistically, all those different things. And like, how am I getting people to kind of come alongside me in that journey to be able to help me, accomplish those things.
I think a business mentor would be great for me.
I need one.
Oh my gosh.
Major
please.
Key. Yeah. And for me, it's just generally when I went to it, it's like, okay, this is a sense of accountability. Because, okay, I'm going to meet with you every month. We're going to have goals. We're going to have things that I need to do, homework that I need to accomplish. So it's like, I know that I have something I need to do. Right. So it kind of keeps you on track in whatever those things are specifically. I'm
so loose with it. That would be great to have a business mentor or coach. Thanks for that idea.
for sure. Yeah, I know some people.
Okay.
I'll shoot you some information.
Yeah.
But did you answer the question?
Oh no, I didn't. I forget. I be in producer brain all the time.
Hey, it's all good. We appreciate you.
But yeah, how do I measure my growth as an artist?
If you do.
So at first I would say like my only metric as growth as an artist was just not working a job. So
There you go.
Love that.
once
I know,
I
right?
once I like got out of that, I stopped thinking about it. But then I feel like because I work on so many different things, and then I have like these just periods where I'm just like I actually don't sit down and reflect. So then I'm always feel like I'm like, because I'm always saying no to a lot of things, but I also have a lot of work that I am working on at the same time. But I also because I haven't achieved that balance quite yet as an artist. So I still feel like I am still grabbing what I can in a way. And one of the things that, because I've kind of been in my period where like I've been trying to step back, chill, and I started to actually measure my growth as an artist, and looked back at all the things that I made, and I was like, oh man, I made a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Right.
I had no idea how many videos I made.
So you like kind of went through
Like my catalog of things that I've ever made, and I started looking at the catalog of graphic work and graphic design. I was like, no, I'm a really good artist, because I was like, I was thinking to myself like, I can't do this stuff. Like, I have to get a job.
Yeah,
I
because you've done it already.
Yeah,
So many times.
especially when you're producing so much work. It's like it's hard to take time to like go back and look at everything that you made.
Yeah.
Right.
So, to answer the question, like the way that I have to, now I'm starting to realize it's important, is to stop and look back at what you actually done.
Yeah.
And realize how far you've actually came. And like you said, it's never ending. And you can get off the boat whenever you want to.
Right, absolutely.
But, just looking back, I was like, okay, I've been a long way. I can keep doing this. I've been doing this for this long. I can keep it going.
Yeah. I thought about that this morning when I was thinking about the questions for the podcast that you sent me. And I was thinking about like talking about the history of my work. And I'm like, man, yeah, you did all that stuff like a long time ago. And it's just like you kind of forget about it sometimes.
Yeah. Especially when you're in it, or you're just so focused, or you're just in life in general.
Yeah.
Like you forget about like, oh, I did this stuff for this company in this place, or I made this work that I really enjoyed, or whatever it is, I work with this person, or those type of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think generally, like, for our listeners, like, and other fellow creatives, like, take time to really reflect on the work that you've made, or find time throughout the year, throughout the week, or whatever it is, a month, to really like reflect on like, okay, I made this work and it was good, and I really I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
And also having goals and setting goals and figuring out what growth looks like for you, because at the end of the day, it needs to be for you personally. Like,
absolutely, you inspire
nobody
me
else
to
matter.
have some goals here.
Hey, I appreciate that.
So
like,
true.
Right. I mean, that's some of the that's the journey though. You just be like, oh well, we just going down the slide and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, we get there, we
Especially
get there.
since so many things have just popped out of the woodwork. Like, it's so possible. It doesn't. It just makes me feel like things are possible.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, first, thank you for being on the podcast. Thank you for coming on. I think for me, it's always fun because I feel like I get to know my artist friends more. Like, even like, oh, I didn't even know you danced, or those type of things. So yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Dave, for filling in.
Of course, anytime.
For our two sick people, and get well, Sophie and George. Hopefully we'll see y'all next month. Yeah, I'm trying to think any housekeeping things. You want to plug your socials?
Sure. You can follow. I just have one. You can follow me on Instagram at WeWere6.
Oh, did we get into the why?
At WEWERESIX.
I have to get into why we were six is we were six, but
Yeah.
We can talk about that offline.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, thank you guys. Till next time.